Notre sujet pour aujourd'hui, c'est futur simple. Our topic for today is futur simple. Futur simple. It means future tense. The future tense. But before we go on, let us pray. Father in heaven, we thank you for bringing us yet to another class. We ask that as teaching and learning goes on, that the Holy Spirit will give us understanding in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Make sure you switch off you mute your speakers. So I said the topic for today is futur simple, which means future tense. The future tense. You all know your future tense. Just like the way you have present tense, past tense. We've taken a class in past tense. And that was where we talked about using past tense with avoir and être. But today we're talking about future tense. Future tense in French. That's what you're going to do in the future. That is the future tense. What you're going to do in the future. So you know your sentences will be different. You can't want to say you want to do something in the future, then you say, I am. You'll be using I am. No. What is the tense you'll be using in English? You'll be using probably I will. I will be, or I am going to. All those kind of tenses. Those are tenses in future. So before we look at that, let's see our the answers to our assignment last week. So last week I told you that you should choose between true or false, vrai ou faux. Écris vrai ou faux si la phrase est correcte. Write true or false if the phrase is correct. That was all I asked you to do. And from the explanation that I gave you last week, these are the answers. Nous allons à l'église. À l'église. You can see that the preposition à with the L apostrophe is still okay. So the answer will be true. Messi va au marché. Messi va au marché. It shows that the marché is le marché. It's masculine. And when it joins with the preposition a, it becomes o. It becomes au. When the preposition a joins with le, it becomes au. So Messi va au marché is still vrai, which means true. Then you have Karim et Bala vont à la piscine. Karim et Bala vont à la piscine. It means Karim et Bala went to are going to the swimming pool. And you can see that the preposition a joins with la. So it doesn't change. It's still Allah. So it's vrai. So all the answers are vrai. Number 4, je vais à la banque. Je vais à la banque. I am going to the bank. It's still true. I am going to the bank is still true. Vous allez à l'école. Vous allez à l'école is still true. So all the answers are true because all the phrases are correct. Do you understand? If there was a word that was in probably masculine and you did not change it to au, that's when the sentence will be wrong. For instance, you have Messi va au marché. And instead is written Messi va au marché. That means the sentence will be wrong. But all these are true. Like I said, vrai means true and faux, F-A-U-X, means false. So when you see it in exam, just know that one is true and the other is false. So let's go straight to our topic for today.
Sir, please, how do you know when they are masculine?
When they are masculine, yeah, the definite article in front of the word is what shows you that that word is masculine. For instance, you have that Merciva au marché. The marché will be masculine because it will have le marché. You already know the word le marché as masculine. Do you understand? So when you
Yes, sir.
see it, then you know that it's going to change to O. Then you know some words and some of the feminine words ends with E, but it's not all the time. It's not all the time that feminine words end with E. Most times when you check your dictionary, you see it there. That's how to get yourself conversant with words that are masculine or feminine. When you go through your dictionary, for instance, you see a word, let's say église, that is church. You go to the dictionary, you see there to be written M or F. That's how you can know if a word is masculine or feminine. So sometimes it's not because the word ends with E that makes it feminine. You just have to get used to it using your dictionary. So let's continue. Our objectives for today, by the end of this lesson, you should be able to identify future tense in French. You should be able to say words and phrases in future tense in French. And then you should be able to make sentences using future tense in French. Like I said, your future tense is what you are going to do in the future. So you can't be using I am or I was. Is I will. So that is what we want to learn in French. It's the same thing that you know in English, but we're learning it in French. So you should be able to identify them when you see them in sentences. Then you should be able to say the future tense. When you see it, you should be able to say it. And then you should be able to make sentences with it. You should be able to write a sentence using future tense. Now, we have a passage here. I need all of you to look into the screen. We have a passage here. Cher Kofi is just, this is how an informal letter is written in French, unlike in English. You know, in English, you have to start writing dates and the rest of them. But in French, all you need to do is write the, you have to write the date, the location, sorry. The first thing you have to do is write the location of where you are. That is where you are writing your letter from. Not where you are from, not your state. Do you understand? It's not your state where you are from. You're writing where you are, where you are located at. Just the way Google will ask you, what is your location? So your location at that time is what you are supposed to write. Like, for example, you can see this one, une lettre d'amitié, a letter of friendship. So the beginning of the letter, you can see Lagos, le 10 juin 2020. Lagos, 10th of June 2020. So that's all you need to write. And then you continue your letter. Cher Kofi, dear Kofi, Pour célébrer la fin de l'année scolaire, l'association des élèves de notre école, dont je suis secrétaire, a décidé d'organiser une grande fête le samedi 30 juillet. So you just listen. When I finish, then we'll go through it again. I'll translate. And then you try to understand the passage again. Then you see, you try to identify the future tenses in the sentence. Pour célébrer la fin de l'année scolaire, l'association des élèves de notre école, dont je suis secrétaire, a décidé d'organiser une grande fête le samedi 30 juillet. J'ai pensé à vous. J'ai pensé à vous. Ce serait une bonne occasion de passer un week-end ensemble. Qu'en pensez-vous? La fête aura lieu dans le locaux gracieusement prêt par l'école et débutera vers 18 h. On dansera jusqu'au petit jour. Vous pourriez ainsi partir de chez vous dans la matinée pour arriver tranquillement dans l'après-midi. Pas de problème pour vous héberger. Je vous laisse mon studio. 6 juin, en plan pour ne pas vous perdre. Donnez-vous vite votre réponse positive, j'espère. Je compte sur vous. À très bientôt. Bien amicalement, John. So here is John writing a letter to his friend Kofi. He said, so let's start from beginning, then I'll translate it. Cher Kofi, dear Kofi, pour célébrer la fin de l'année scolaire, to celebrate the end of our school year, l'association des élèves de notre école dont je suis secrétaire, the association of our school of students in our school, of which I am a secretary, a décidé d'organiser une grande fête le samedi 30 juillet. I've decided to organize a big festival or a big feast on Saturday 30th of July. J'ai pensé à vous. I thought of you. Ce serait une bonne occasion de passer un week-end ensemble. It will be a good occasion for us to spend a good weekend together. Qu'en pensez-vous? What do you think? La fête aura lieu dans le locaux gracieusement prêt par l'école et débutera vers 18 h. The festival will start. The festival will take place in a local place which the school had gotten, and it will start from 6 o'clock in the evening. On dansera jusqu'au petit jour. We'll be dancing for a little while of the day. Vous pourriez ainsi partir de chez vous dans la matinée pour arriver tranquillement dans l'après-midi. You could go back to your house in the morning to arrive peacefully in the evening. Pas de problème pour vous héberger. Don't worry about where to stay. Je vous laisse mon studio. I've left my room. That is a studio, my room. 6 juin en plan pour ne pas vous perdre. Attached is a plan so that you won't get lost. Donnez-vous vite votre réponse. Give me, send me your response quickly. Send me your positive response quickly. I hope. Je compte sur vous. I'm counting on you. Please silence your, mute your speakers. I can hear your family on the background. À très bientôt. See you soon. Bien amicalement. Your friend Jean. So this is just a passage using what is going to happen in the future. John is trying to invite his friend to come for a party or a festival, and he's telling him how he's going to stay, how the party is going to go on, and how he will be, and everything that is going to happen there. So with this, you'll be able to identify some of the words that are in future tense. Now let's answer the question on the passage. As you can see, the first question says, "De quelle vient la lettre?" De quelle vient la lettre? It said, where is the letter coming from? Where is the letter coming from? And you can see the answer there. La lettre, not la letter. It is la lettre. La lettre vient de Lagos. La lettre vient de Lagos. Selon le passage, la fête aura lieu où? Selon le passage, la fête aura lieu où? According to the passage, where will the party take place? Where will the party or the festival take place? La fête aura lieu dans le locaux prêt par l'école. The festival will take place in a local place prepared by the school. The festival will take place in a local place prepared by the school. Selon le passage, qui est Jean? According to the passage, who is Jean? Jean est l'ami de Kofi. So this one is just answering the questions on the passage. And even in the answers and the questions, you are able to see some of the words or phrases that are in future tense. So by now you should be able to identify some. But let's go on. Now here are some vocabularies that you might see. Okay, that some of you don't still know them. Key. I wrote them so that you can get conversant with them. Key means who. Key. Anytime you see QUI, it's different from OUI. It's a mistake some of you used to do. You'll be writing OUI instead of QUI, or QUI instead of OUI. OUI means we, which is yes. QUI means who. Who. For instance, if you say qui est là, who is there? Qui est là? Who is there? Est-ce qu'il est là? Is he there? That is the key. Then you have quoi. Quoi. When you want to say words like what, you can use quoi. Then you have quand. Quand. Quand means when. Quand means when. Quoi means what. Then you have où. Où. Où means where. For instance, où se trouve? Où se trouve le Nigeria? Where is Nigeria located? Quand. For quand, when. Tu viendras quand? When will you be coming? Tu viendras quand? When will you be coming? Then you have combien. Combien, when you want to say how much or how many. For instance, you go to the market and you want to buy something and they tell you, you see it. So you should be able to ask, combien ça coûte? How much does it cost? Combien means how much or how many. Then you have comment. Comment means how. Comment tu t'appelles? How is your name? How are you called? But it means what is your name. But if you are to translate it directly, that's why you see the comment. It means comment tu t'appelles. It means how is your name called. But the translation in English is what is your name. Then you have pourquoi. Pourquoi means why. Pourquoi. You see all these in some of your questions during the exam. All these vocabularies that I'm showing, these interrogative words. Qui, who, quoi, what, quand, when, où, where, combien, how many, or how much. Then you have comment, how, and pourquoi, why. So I just wrote those ones for you to recall them so that when you see them, you know what they mean. They can use it to start a question. They can use it to start a question for you. So let's continue. Now we'll go straight to futur simple. L'usage du futur simple. How to use future tense. We said this is known as future tense. It is formed by adding the future endings to the infinitive of ER or IR verbs. I'll soon show you an example. For verbs ending with RE, the E is dropped before adding the endings. You all know your infinitive verbs. I told you that infinitive verbs are verbs that have not yet been conjugated. When you conjugate them, that's when you say, for instance, the verb être, if you conjugate it, that's when it becomes je suis, tu es, il est, nous sommes, vous êtes, and the rest of them. So when it's not conjugated, it is just the verb être. Like other verbs, you have manger, écouter, parler, finir. Those are all in infinitives. They have not been used then. So for you to change them to future simple, all you need to do, you don't need to remove the ER or the IR. You just add these endings that I'm about to show you. These are the endings that you add to them. These are the endings that you add to the future, to the infinitives. So, for instance, you want to use je, and you want to use the verb parler. You want to say, I will talk. Maybe I will talk to the boy. I will talk to the director. Now, after writing your pronoun je, that is I, then you bring the verb that you want to use, which is parler. Then all you need to do, you don't need to remove any ER or IR. Just put the parler in this space that you have. You write it in full, parler, and you join it with AI for je. For tu, you join it with AS. For il or elle or on, you join it with A. For nous, ONS. For vous, EZ. And for il or elle, ONT. I'll take that again. You take the verb and just put them in these spaces that I provided. So when you want to use any of the pronouns, these are the endings that you must use. You must not carry AS and use it for je. You must not carry a and use it for tu. It will be wrong. You must not carry ez and use it for nous. It will be wrong. Like this example that you're going to see now. Now, as you can see, like I said, parler, the verb to speak. Now you want to say, I'm going to speak. You are going to speak. He or she is going to speak. You can see it here. Je parlerai. Je parlerai. I'll be speaking. Tu parleras. You'll be speaking. Il ou elle ou on parlera. He or she or one will be speaking. Nous parlerons. We will be speaking. Vous parlerez. You will be speaking. Il ou elle parleront. They will be speaking. Do you get that now? That's for verbs that end with ER. We'll still go through it again. Now let's see verbs that end with IR. You can see it too. It's written in full. The verb finir. The verb finir, to finish. Je finirai. Tu finiras. Je finirai. I will be finishing. Tu finiras. You will be finishing. Il ou elle finira. He or she will finish. Nous finirons. Vous finirez, and il ou elle finiront. So these are all in future tense, which is called futur simple in French. Then we talked about the RE verb. Remember we said the RE verb, all you need to do is remove the E. For verbs ending with RE, the E is dropped before adding the endings. Verbs ending with RE, the E is dropped before adding the endings. For example, you have vendre. Vendre, that is to sell. Je vendrai. You can see that the E was dropped, unlike the other verbs, parler and finir. That's verbs that end with ER and IR. This one ends with RE. So you drop the E and just add the endings. For je, AI. For tu, AS. For il or elle, A. For nous, ONS. For vous, EZ. And for il or elle, you have ONT. Now, another way for you to remember these endings is using the verb avoir. The verb avoir. If you conjugate the verb avoir in its present tense, this is what you have. You have J with apostrophe AI. Then tu as. Il a. You have il ou elle a. Nous avons. That's ONS. Vous avez. EZ. Then ils ont. ONT. That's the conjugation of avoir. So it's as if you just brought the conjugation of avoir and then you add it to these infinitives, which will now change it to future simple. That's the easiest way for you to remember future tense in French. Now let's see some exercises. Now you can see from the exercises, the first one, dans saison. Dans saison. Je bâtirai une grande maison. Dans 6 ans, je bâtirai une grande maison. Now I've highlighted the future tenses there. And the translation is, in 6 years' time, I will build a big house. In 6 years' time, I will build a big house. You can see the highlighted was je bâtirai. That is futur tense. Then I will build, future tense. Then number 2, je serai président. Je serai président. I will be president. I will be president. You can see the future tense there. So when you see words ending with all these AI, AS, you see the verbs ending with them, you know that those words or phrases are in future tense. And number 3, quand je serai grand. Quand je serai grand, je visiterai la France. Quand je serai grand, je visiterai la France. When I grow up, I'll visit France. Now I'm still young. When I grow up, I'll visit France. Then you have another example. Sorry about that. You have another example. Quand je deviendrai président. Quand je deviendrai président, j'améliorerai la condition de la vie des citoyens. Quand je deviendrai président, j'améliorerai la condition de la vie des citoyens. When I become president, I will improve the condition of life of the citizens. So all this, you can see the future tense that we're talking about. From all this, you can see the future tense. You should be able to identify the future tense in these sentences by now. And then by now you should be able to say them. Anytime you see words like the ones ending with AI, je viendrai. Then if it's AS, tu viendras. It is A. No, tu viendras. Il viendra. Nous vendrons. Non, nous vendrons. Nous vendrons. Vendrons, sorry. Vous vendrez, not vous vendrez. Then you have vous, il ou elles vendront, not ils vendront. I'll take it again. Vendrait, vendra, vendra, vendront, vendrez, vendront. Just like the other one too. Finirait, finira, finira, finiront, finirez, finiront. So let's just go through it all again for those of you that came late. We said the topic for today is futur simple, that is future tense, the future tense. And just like the way you have your present tense and your past tense, you also have your future tense. And we went through our correction of last week's assignment. I said choose, write true or false if the phrase is correct. And I said some of you are yet to send your assignment. For those that have sent this, I've marked and sent it back to them. I said all the answers are vrai. They are all true because they are correct. And then we talked about the objective of the topic. Then we went through a passage. I said this is how an informal letter is written in French. When you're writing an informal letter is are letters that you write to maybe your friend or your classmate. Something that is not formal. That is informal letter. And this is the way we write it in French. Unlike in English that you have to write address and everything. No. In French, all you need to do is write your location, where you are at a particular time. If you are in Bernawa, you write Bernawa, Kaduna, or you can either write Bernawa or you write Kaduna. Lawal, we don't want to see your bread. You can either write Bernawa or Kaduna, then you write the date. You write the date, then you go straight to your letter. Cher Kofi, it means dear Kofi. If it's a girl, the cher, that's the CHER, we have an E at the end. So it will be CHERE. Then you put the girl's name. Then we said the letter was talking about a celebration or a festival that John was inviting Kofi to come in their school. John said he's the secretary of the association for students in his school, and they are organizing feast or party on the 30th of July, and is expecting him to come. So he said that there's a place that is already prepared for them, and the party is going to start at 6 o'clock in the evening. So he just gave him all he needed to, all that is going to happen there. And then he said he has sent a map or a plan of how he's going to get to the school so that he will not get lost. So the whole idea is for you to be able to identify the future tenses in the passage. Now, since we have been able to go through the future tenses and you have seen the endings, by now you should be able to identify them in the passage. Let's go through it together. Et c'est pour célébrer la fin de l'année scolaire. L'association des élèves de notre école, dont je suis secrétaire, a décidé d'organiser une grande fête le samedi 30 juillet. J'ai pensé à vous. Ce serait, this is future tense. This ce serait is future tense. It said this will be a good occasion. This will be a good occasion for us to spend the weekend together. Qu'en pensez-vous? What do you think? And he said, la fête aura lieu. The party will take place. This aura is future tense. It will take place. Then, Don Loco gracieusement prête pas l'école et débutera. Débutera is future tense. Vers 18 heures. On dansera. You can see. On dansera. We will dance. On dansera. We will dance jusqu'au petit jour. We'll dance to the a little of the day. Vous pourriez ainsi partir de chez vous dans le matinée pour arriver tranquillement dans l'après-midi. Pas de problème pour vous héberger. Je vous laisse mon studio. Si j'ai un plan pour ne pas vous perdre, donnez-vous vite votre réponse positive, j'espère. Je compte sur vous. À très bientôt. Bien amicalement. So you can see that this passage was written in future tense for Kofi to understand what will happen in the party. Then we're able to go through the questions just relating to the passage. De quelle ville vient la lettre? Where is the letter coming from? La lettre vient de Lagos. The letter is coming from Lagos. Like I told you, it's your location that you write at the top of your letter when you're writing informal letter in French, and it's always at the top right hand corner of the letter. Then number 2, selon le passage, la fête aura lieu où? According to the passage, the party will take place where? The party will take place where? Où? Où means where? La fête aura lieu dans le locaux prêt par l'école. La fête aura lieu dans le locaux prêt par l'école. The party will take place in a local place prepared by the school. Then you have selon le passage, qui est John? According to the passage, who is John? Who is John? I would say the answer is John est l'ami de Kofi. Then we just went through some vocabularies that we saw in the questions, and you'll be seeing them. I said you'll be seeing them in your exam. Some questions might be starting with this interrogative phrases like qui. I said qui means who. Some of you used to write qui when you want to write we. That's you write who instead of writing yes. We is O-U-I, not Q-U-I. O-U-I, that's we, which means yes. Then Q-U-I is who. Q-U-I is who, qui. Then you have quoi. Quoi means what. Quoi means what. Then you have quand. Quand means when. When. Où. Où means where. Combien. Combien means how many or how much. Then you have comment. Comment means how. How. Then you have pourquoi. Pourquoi. Pourquoi means why. So we went straight to the future tense, and I told you how to use the future tense. Say it is formed by adding the future endings to the infinitive of ER or IR verbs. The future endings to the infinitive or ER or IR verbs. And I gave you example. The first example I gave is jo, the ending is AI. Tu, the ending is AS. Il or L or on, the ending is A. For nous, the ending is ONS. And for vous, the ending is EZ. For il or L, the ending is ONT. So all you need to do is take your verb, which ends in ER or IR, and just put them in these spaces that is between the jo and the AI, the tu and the AS, and the rest of them. You put the complete infinitive verb in between. For example, if you want to say, if you want to use the verb parler, you want to use the verb parler. All you need to do is just put the verb in between these endings. You can see from this example, parler, to speak. Now you want to say it in future tense. You just put the word parler and add the endings. AI for jo, AI, for tu, AS, for il or L, A, for nous, ONS, and for vous, EZ, and for il or L, ONT. And then you have parlerai. Je parlerai. That means I am going to speak or I will be speaking. Tu parleras. You are going to speak or you will be speaking. Il ou elle parlera. He or she will be speaking. Nous parlerons. We will be speaking. Vous parlerez. You will be speaking. Il ou elle parleront. they will be speaking. That's they, masculine or feminine. There is no adding any extra letter, whether it is masculine or feminine. All you need to just do is follow the rules. You don't use AI for tu. You don't use A for jo. It will be wrong. You don't end a word that you are using jo for and end it with A. It will be wrong. Then for other ones too, you must use the endings. Like for verbs ending with IR, you can see it is the same thing. All you need to do, just put the verb in between and add the endings. Like the word finir, the verb finir. Je finirai, tu finiras, il ou elle finira, nous finirons, vous finirez, il ou elle finiront. That's for ER and IR verbs. But for RE verbs, listen attentively. For RE verbs, we said you drop the letter E at the end of the verb. Just drop the letter E at the end of the verb, then still add the endings. It's the same endings you are going to add for each pronoun. For je, you have je viendrai. For tu viendras. Il ou elle viendra. Nous viendrons, vous viendrez, and il ou elle viendront. So with this, you are now able to make your sentences. And that's why we went straight to the exercises. These ones are even different verbs from the ones that we gave the example. So it just depends on the verbs that you want to use, whichever verb that you choose to use. Like here you can see, dans 6 ans, je bâtirai. Bâtirai. Bâtir is the word to build. Bâtir is the word to build. So I will build will now become je bâtirai. I will build. Then here is the verb être that was used. This one is a irregular verb. So they changed it to SER. Then they added the endings. Être is changed to SER and the endings are still the same. So for je, you have je serai. For tu, it will be tu seras. For il, it will be il sera. Just like you know that song or that phrase that says, "Ko sera, sera." What will be, will be. That phrase or sentence is in future tense. What will be, will be. Ko sera, sera. It is in future tense, and it is the verb être that was conjugated in future tense to give you that sentence. So here we are using the pronoun je. So you have je serai président, I will be president. Then here you have quand je serai grand, when I grow up. Quand je serai grand, when I grow up, je visiterai la France. When I grow up, I'll visit France. Quand je deviendrai président, when I become president, j'améliorerai la condition de la vie des citoyens. I will improve the condition of the citizens. So with this, we have come to the end of today's class, but I have a little assignment for you. So your assignment is for you to dites 3 choses que vous ferez bientôt. Dites 3 choses que vous ferez bientôt. Say 3 things that you will do soon. 3 things that you are going to do very soon in the future. That is in future tense. It could be, you can use any verb that you want. You can use any verb that you want. Dites 3 choses que vous verrez bientôt. And then you send your answers to my mail. You can send your answers to my mail. You can see it there.
Sir, you're on mute.
You hear me now? I said you can send your assignments to my mail. I hope you all saw the assignment.